Welcome to English Stories Unleashed. This is the channel where you learn real English through real stories. Today's story is called She Forgot Her Passport. Let's begin. Emma had been dreaming about her vacation to Spain for almost one whole year. She worked very long hours at her office job. She needed a break. She wanted sunshine, ocean waves, delicious food, and beautiful buildings. Every time she thought about Spain, she felt very excited. The night before the trip, she packed very carefully. She put her suitcase on the bed and folded her clothes slowly. Dresses, jeans, comfortable shoes, and one warm sweater. She added her camera, sunscreen, a small notebook, and her travel guidebook. She checked every item on her list. On the table, she put the important things: her plane ticket, her hotel paper, and her passport. She looked at the passport, smiled, and said softly, "Don't forget this." Then she continued packing. When she finished, it was very late. The house was quiet. She felt tired but happy. She closed the suitcase, put it near the door, and went to bed, thinking about her adventure. The next morning, Emma woke up before the sun. The sky was still dark, the streets were silent. She stretched, got dressed, and made a cup of coffee. She felt calm and happy. She imagined walking on the beach with warm sand under her feet. After breakfast, she checked her bag one more time. Phone? Yes. Wallet? Yes. Headphones? Yes. Plane ticket? Yes. Everything looked perfect. She took her suitcase, locked the door, and went to the taxi. The taxi driver said, "Airport?" Emma smiled and answered, "Yes, please." In the car, Emma watched the city wake up. People walked their dogs, shops opened, buses started moving. She took a deep breath and thought, "This vacation is exactly what I need." She checked her bag again just in case. Phone? Yes. Wallet? Yes. Boarding pass? Yes. Everything was fine, so she relaxed and enjoyed the ride. At the airport, Emma paid the driver, said thank you, and walked inside. The airport was very busy. Families talked loudly, children ran and laughed, suitcases rolled everywhere. Announcements echoed in the big hall. Emma stood in line for check-in. She waited calmly. Her excitement grew and grew. Finally, she reached the desk. The worker smiled and said, "Good morning, passport, please." Emma opened her bag and looked inside. She stopped. She looked again, deeper. Her smile disappeared slowly. Another pocket, her jacket, her suitcase. Her hands started shaking. The passport was not there. Her heart beat very fast. Her face turned white. She whispered, "No, no, no, it can't be." Suddenly, she remembered the table at home. She remembered saying, "Don't forget this." And she understood she never put the passport in her bag. She looked at the worker and said quietly, "I'm so sorry, I forgot my passport at home." The worker nodded kindly and said, "You need it to check in. Please come back when you have it." Emma walked away from the line and sat on a bench. Her suitcase sat beside her like a quiet friend. She rubbed her forehead and tried to stay calm. Only 2 hours until the flight. She needed help fast. She took out her phone and called her neighbor, Mrs. Miller. Ring, ring. "Hello," said a cheerful voice. Emma spoke quickly but politely. "Hi, it's Emma. Could you please check my kitchen table? I think my passport is there." A moment later, footsteps on the phone. "Yes," said Mrs. Miller, "it's right here." Emma breathed out with big relief. "Thank you. Can you bring it to the airport, please? I'm so sorry." Mrs. Miller laughed kindly. "Of course, I'm coming now." 35 minutes later, Emma saw a familiar car outside the airport. Mrs. Miller got out and waved the passport high in the air like a winner. Emma ran to her, laughing with joy. "Thank you, thank you, thank you." She hurried back inside, went to the check-in desk again, and gave the passport. This time, everything was perfect. She got her boarding pass and walked to security with a tired but very happy smile. Finally, on the airplane, Emma sat down, fastened her seatbelt, and closed her eyes. She felt so grateful. She whispered with a small laugh, "Next time, I will make 2 checklists." The engines roared, the plane flew into the sky, and Emma's long dream vacation finally began. The end. Thank you for listening to English Stories Unleashed. If you liked this story, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. See you in the next story. Goodbye.